ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back. It's game number 2 of tonight's PUBG EU Pro Scrims. I am SakuraZ. Good evening. Lovely to have you back in the new year. It's 2022. Would you believe it? It is Wednesday, the 19th of January, and 17 of our feistiest teams from across the European region are now fighting for your chance to earn your adoration, basically. There's no prize money on the line here. There are some points, though. You can check out the Twire link by hitting ! leaderboard in the chat. This is game number 2 on Erangel, and the plane is going basically the opposite to what we had before. Roughly 8 to 9 o'clock all the way to 3 o'clock, so kind of the same thing in reverse. As we have everyone moving on. We will wait and see who ends up hot dropping who. Are we going to see a contest for Ferry Pier? We are not. Justice have got it to themselves this time around. Okie dokie. Interesting stuff. Ding are instead moving out to where Rise and Win are, so we need to check that out. Don't really think they're actually, are they just going for cars? Keep an eye out and take a look. Looks like it's cars so far. Mikas has got that buggy. Sail's going to have to dip as a result. I think Sail was going for that. They're going to be going to the nearby compounds. Mikas is thinking about it. He hasn't quite got the opportunity there. He knows that he'll make it to the compound. Fine. Mikas moving away. That was very close. Whoa! Look at this circle number 1, ladies and gents. This is impressive, to say the least. And it's going to be 50% water, more or less. Maybe 45. We've got that little bit of mill to power here that's playable, but centered just north of Lipovka. So these folks are going to have to absolutely haul it. They're going to try and get here in time. mForce are very happy right now. Vanir have split Yasnaya with Entropiq, and honestly, I don't think they're going to be fighting anytime soon, which is why I haven't zoomed in on that yet. Yasnaya is huge, guys. There are ways to avoid fighting, but knowing me, I'm going to say this, and then there's going to be a knock in like the next 12 seconds. But nah, I feel like Entropiq and Vanir are going to be fine. Similarly, I think FaZe Clan aren't really going to be encroaching onto where SakuraZ have made their bed. I think that's fine. Where else have we got a potential conflict? I'm looking at the orange teams are really messing me up a little bit, but we have actually got Justice and Fire very close to each other. Both almost exactly the same shade of orange as well. But quite honestly, they're fine. I don't feel like Fire need to move south. I don't think they're going to either. Enterprise have now got apartments. If anything, things look pretty chill. Allan Oil's evil has gone close to hospital, but I don't think he's going back through South George. That would be suicide if another team is there. And it'd be too far from his own team. So he's going to be fine. This is where Fuzzface is playing tonight, guys. If anyone's wondering where Fuzzface is, he's on this team here. With Finotto and Party Beasel. Finotto is the ES Test PLH03 account that you see here. He's doing a fantastic job of hosting tonight's scrims. So that's why he's on that account. But he is Finotto of Team Allan Oil. Now the first rotations are starting to come in. Vanir having a peek. having a little bit of a peek on Rise and Win. Spots Elias. Takes a little bit of a bolty shot, but otherwise that's it. Meanwhile, Explodes and Fire looking like they are about to run into each other in a very interesting way indeed. This is Clayzilla firing on Jazza. We've then got Vashku right up ahead as well. Clayzilla might be reconsidering his options here. Is he going to end up crashing the Wizard Tower? If he does, he's going to be trapped here. I think he has to keep going. Jazza's now out of the vehicle. And Clayzilla makes his way across the bridge. Is he thinking about going for that? I think he's going to wait for the second car, honestly, or maybe even the third. And everyone's going to say, yeah, focus on the last two. That's excellent. That's Tekker's out. Good trigger discipline there. That's ironic. Oh, and that's no bullets, unfortunately, for Jazz. He might have been able to do that spray. Great hit onto Ironic. He's still on about 40 hit points, and now we have a chase. Vashku's going for it. Ironic has to move towards the ruins. Is he going to be able to make his way to the castle? Is he going to go beyond it? I think Explodes are going to give off the chase. They do. Woo! Good play from Explodes there. In the meantime, Ding coming down south. It doesn't look like Ding is going to be encountering toxic players or Entropiq anytime soon. Roy Mercury has just gone ahead and grabbed himself some level 3 gear. He'll say thank you very much for that. FaZe's Gustav is coming right up from where Roy Mercury is. He hears the vehicle. Gustav diverts to the nearest compound. God, that was close. Should be able to get that going. And here we've got it's Sakura up against Ding on the north side. And I think it's because they wanted to come around to these compounds, but they couldn't because Entropiq were here. So now they have to decide if they're going to stay at the bottom of the cliffs or if they're going to crash one of them. I think they're going to go onto the cliffs themselves to see if there's a way to push up on these compounds. On these near buildings, there's actually no one there. Lucarux is taking one of the far buildings. Entropiq haven't properly rotated in yet. And that gives Sakura a little bit of time to establish themselves. I think they realize that now. So now, does Lucarux try and rejoin the rest of his team? Or does the rest of his team try and join him? That's the question. Into the Wizard Tower we go. Lucarux looks like he's getting stuck here. Ding might be coming in. They could be crashing. Doesn't look like they are going to crash. And Entropiq managed to stop Ding. That's Senya specifically, but Wadez is right next to Sadika. Oh, he turned away at just the wrong time. Sadika might get home scot-free here. Oh, that was so close. The Astroloch now getting a little bit of fire in on the team of the same name. They're going to rotate around. Anyone else thinking of crashing GRINDMORE maybe? Are they going to come into... Oh, wow, that is a circle too that still has more than 1/3 water. It's going to be a little bit rough. Team Liquid want mansion. They're not stopping. They're going for this garage building. Dedrix knows. Dedrix has to bail. And Svetlana gets the headshot. Enterprise still very split, by the way. And only now are they moving up towards mansion. Are Justice going to go for the same thing? It looks like they're going for the blues instead. Yep, they're going for the blues instead. Are they going to keep going? They're still in the cars. No, they're just rotating around to see if anyone's there. That's fine. All right, they've got that position. Team Liquid are outside a mansion. Enterprise are inside it. Another garage building here. Rise and Win holding this reasonably close to center. Toxic players will be right next to them across the road. Effectively splitting this compound. Scav getting some good damage down on... Scav, rather, getting some good damage done on Jekka. And Fire and Ding still continuing to fight. I'm a little surprised. I thought they disengaged. There's Sadika. And I think that only leaves one alive. Is that Biestoloch the only player for Ding right now? It is indeed, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll see him. Oh, I don't know. I mean, he's outside a circle. I'm not really sure what we can hope for. What I do know, though, is that Allan Oil are absolutely pushing into this head over heels. Sakura manages to get 2 knocks on the way in, which is not ideal. Here comes Fuzzface. And it's because Salty was outside. They thought everyone was going to be in the compound by the looks of things. 2 excellent Molotovs towards that tree. Fuzzface just trying to keep his opponents at bay right now. Salty finishes off Finotto. And how many players have they got left? Because to be fair, Salty is really exposed right now. They have got all 4 alive, but my god, they are so unbelievably exposed. Entropiq on one side, Allan Oil on the other. It's not ideal. 3 HP! Get prone, get healing. Let's be honest, that's what you're going to need to do right now. Biestoloch does get Clayzilla. That's a valuable point for Ding. They're not out of this yet. Remember, every point matters in a competitive situation. So the fact that he's able to do that is good from that watchtower area as the last surviving member of his team. Fuzzface gets another knock and a down. Salty now approaching. S12K in hand. Fuzzface doing Fuzzface things. He caught a glimpse of him through the smoke towards the right-hand side. Is he going to catch another? I think he might. Oh, he looks away at just the wrong time. Oh no, he misses him through the car, and now it's a straight-up fight. Fuzzface goes down. Party Beetle, where is he? Oh, he's by the cliff. He can't actually get close enough, and that means that this is advantage Sakura here. Allan Oil down to their last surviving player. And all of a sudden, Party Beetle has to think about what Plan B looks like. Team Liquid eliminated by Enterprise in the meanwhile. Interesting stuff. So that's Enterprise pushing out of Mansion towards the smaller house here, opting to go aggressive. They were sitting in Mansion before, and Team Liquid actually got the first knock. Oh no, it's Party Beetle stuck. What? Oh, well, this is awkward. It's very awkward. I think that might have to get looked into. Doesn't look like he can get out of there. And that's Allan Oil eliminated then. Vanir also taking out Team Unique. That was northwest of Mansion. So Enterprise here getting the kills onto Team Liquid. Dedrix has gone down, but they have got the 4 kills otherwise. Oh my god, there's so much stuff in the kill feed right now. Calm down, folks. Vashku getting Leosh, and it looks like Entropiq now trying to leapfrog ahead of Sakura. Getting a decent amount of damage in. QB looking for more members of Sakura to shoot. Won't find any at the moment. Tepak gets rezzed. Evas, the only player out, explodes, unfortunately eliminated at this early stage of the game. To be fair, they were being gate kept by a 2-2 split from Rise and Win. Vanir thinking about J Compound. I suspect Double isn't necessarily wanting to crash it, but we'll wait and see. I get the feeling he's going to stop the car here and do a bit of a scout out and spot that Mikas and Scav are indeed in that J Compound. M249. The best friend of people who hate reloading. I get that. I understand. It's the M249 shotgun combo. Mikas is clearly waiting for the crash, right? You don't swap to an M249 and a shotgun if you're not expecting anyone to crash. In the meantime, Gestoloch making a lot of noise, trying to make himself look like more than one player. We are all good. You know who isn't all good, though, unfortunately? Sakura trying to escape the clutches of Entropiq there, and they aren't really surviving right now. Nixie manages to get away, but not without all of Entropiq immediately spotting him. Do we actually have a chase? We do indeed. Tepak trying to do the drive-by. So Entropiq leapfrogged ahead of Sakura, manages to get all but one of them. Salty's actually on a crate. Are they going to go back for it? I feel like they should. Tepak is going back for it. Saying thank you very much for the Mark 14. Okay. Entropiq have some loot this game. Remember Rise and Win who are setting up, getting ready for the crash? Well, guess what? Crash isn't necessary anymore, but they do have to move out, and that's what Vanir are banking on at the moment. Rise and Win are going to have to think of what they're going to do. Keto's the only player in zone at the moment, but Rise and Win don't know that. They just know they have to get out of here and into zone. This is a flashpoint right now. 3 members of the team in a vehicle. That vehicle's at less than 50% HP. They're moving north. Wanting to avoid Vanir. Definitely wanting to avoid the M249. They're in zone at a shack. This ain't great, but it's something. And Mikas is the only player left inside the compound area, unfortunately. I thought he'd left earlier, and that's why there were 3 in the car, but he stayed behind, apparently. And sadly, that means Vanir are going to get his frag first before anything else happens. Sakura now out of the game. Really difficult position they were in up top anyway. Toxic Players looks like they've inherited the lone team on the north side position. And it's only Jekka who's alive, so that's rough. Oh, hello. This is going to be tasty. Digital Athletics and FaZe Clan on the south side. South side of the next circle, I should say. They're very much east side. It's right outside of Lipovka. We're on board now with Hueth, who is probably wrapping around the east side, but Gustav has spotted him from up above. So how much further can he realistically wrap before he gets sprayed? That's why he's using the tree for cover. Super smart. Chucking a smoke, moving back by the looks of things. Gustav will absolutely have seen this. Is he trying to bait Gustav to pop out so that his teammate can get him? I don't know, but Schiller down to half health right now. They're going to get a little bit squeezed. Whoever gets Gustav, been stalking his prey for so long. The problem is Schiller now gets taken out by the play zone as well. That's Digital Athletics sadly eliminated. FaZe Clan will live to fight another day. How many members alive have they got? If they res Gustav, they've got all 3. Big Mac will be able to return himself to full health, and Gustav is getting resed as we speak. So FaZe Clan is staying alive with all 4. GRINDMORE in the meantime trying to get out of Lipovka and into circle. They will do it, but the price is 1 blazes. And Entropiq will collect the toll. In 30 seconds, we then move further towards mForce. Oh, mForce must get crashed now, right? They must get crashed now, right? I mean, I'm not saying it's the easiest thing to crash at all, but look at this. High ground, compound in the middle of the circle. Possibility to get up to maybe about here without them being able to see you too clearly. If two teams crash at once, they're in trouble. You can possibly get up to these cliffs. Oh, Entropiq have already thought of that. They've gone to the compound below. Tizza will have seen this as well. Entropiq and mForce being very enterprising here. In the absence of Enterprise, that is. Never mind, Enterprise are elsewhere, and that's Janny getting taken out as he scouts out, leaving only Grendis and Freekill alive for the team. They've got 4 kills so far here in this game number 2 as we move to the 21-minute mark. And Jekko, who was the last player alive, sort of roaming the north, like a White Walker who got lost, finally gets taken out, leaving us with our top 9. Grendis waiting for Freekill. He's saying, get in the car, we need to go. Or rather, get in your car. So they have 2 distinct vehicles here, but what they need is a home. Not sure they have one. Are they just thinking about... Yes, they are. They're just thinking about... Oh, no. I was going to say they're just thinking about these rocks, but I think Grendis actually locked himself into a position where he couldn't actually get res there. That's rough. Free kill now. Last player standing. On edge, quite literally, for Enterprise right now. GRINDMORE and Urkis gets eliminated through a lovely grenade from Big Mac. Short spots free kill. Short free kills free kill. That's it, unfortunately. And this might be the last of the epic solos here. Biestoloch on 4 kills, looking at Rise and Win. Sees a player, shoots a player. I was like, I really hope that's not a frag grenade you're underarm chucking in there. Elias has spotted Biestoloch and is definitely holding an angle. Not sure they're going to move towards, but they certainly are going to gatekeep out. Scav and Co know that he has to get out of that shack soon. The smoke train is coming, so if they are able to get across the road, or maybe not even across the road, but along it, they should be fine. Next circle has popped. Entropiq have the low ground compound. mForce have the high ground compound. mForce won game number 1, remember. They are very, very happy. Just sort of chill out where things are now. Justice will need to move in. Scav goes down for Rise and Win. Should be able to get the res, I think. Kovaleni looking for Biestoloch. It would be a pity if they... Oh my god! Lukaruk says no! Lukaruk says absolutely not. Thank you very much. That is the most delicious third partying ever. And Biestoloch, I think, has been given a little bit of a reprieve. No, he hasn't. Fex gets him. Fex is back, folks. FaZe Clan off to the east side saying, you know what? We're very happy to contest this right now. And they take that position now. Rise and Win have to consider that they've lost a couple of team members and they're no longer fighting a solo. They're fighting all of FaZe. So I think Elias is going to leave this well alone. Justice have got this sort of southwestern quadrant of the circle more or less on lockdown. And Vanir are having questions asked off them in terms of where they want to go next. 3 wheels on this UAS, but it's still enough to get him into zone. Not sure what they can do from here, though, and mForce's hill is just absolutely brutal on them right now. They need to stop mForce from shooting. The best way to do that is getting a couple of quick knocks, but they're not finding the shots right now. Very difficult to find these angles. FaZe Clan circling Entropiq like piranhas. Oh, never mind. Sees Elias, backs off, makes sure, don't engage Entropiq, focus on this solo first. He's at that rock, is what Fex is saying to the rest of the team. So smart. And Elias, they're taking a lot of damage, staying put, deciding not to run the other side of the rock, recognizing, perhaps correctly, that's what FaZe want him to do. Second grenade takes him down to below half health again. High risk, high reward from 8C. Yeah, he's like, hang on a second. If he actually peeks, I've got no cover. He has cover. I might be a free point. Need to be careful. Gets him. That's it. That'll do. Headshot from the mini there. And Rise and Win eliminated. We're now into our top of 5. mForce being a little bit creative outside of the compound, but managing to get that res off in the shed. We're all good. Entropiq, in the meantime, continuing to get circled by FaZe Clan. I get the feeling this is going to be absolutely brutal in the next minute or two. You've also got Vanir on the west, although with 2 of them down, that's going to be struggling. They're fighting Justice at the moment. And FaZe Clan are breaching. Here we go. It's like, Entropiq, I'm afraid your territory is now ours. Was not expecting Lukaruk to be there, perhaps. Gustav, though, will get the trade. What can the rest of FaZe do? Vex has to heal. QB inside that building. Very close to Lukaruk, actually. If he's able to jump out there, he could get the revive. Unfortunately, though, FaZe Clan moving in is going to say a big no to that. That's Entropiq eliminated. We're into our top 4. It's mForce, FaZe, Justice, and Vanir. Now, Justice and mForce are both attacking Vanir. My bad, actually getting tagged by Shro there, which is unfortunate, but that's because he was in the middle of blasting Kino. To be fair, he's just gotten 2 knocks by the looks of things, or at least a knock and a flush with the same spray. Can't fault him for that. Now looking towards Hjort, trying to stop both. mForce deciding now's a good time to third party, and Shro almost going down as a result. Where did that Molotov go? Oh, it did actually hit. Might need 1 more smoke. Where on earth are Vanir going to go now? This is rough for them. Take a look at that. But everyone is going to have target signs on mForce. Here we go. Moving in through the right-hand side. Shro spots both of them. Hjort just has to shoot his way out of this position. He can't. Kino now looking for the knock. He needs a knock, basically. He needs free passage into the circle. The smoke's disappearing. mForce is going to be able to see him shortly as well. Tizza does spot him, and it's actually Tizza that finishes him off. That is Vanir eliminated in 4th place. Justice down to 1 player alive, possibly 2 if he can get Shro back up. mForce, they will be able to res Dogza, and that means that they have all 4 and the high ground, but never count out FaZe Clan. 8C, Big Mac, and Effects. They know they haven't got the advantageous position. They know they're on the low ground, but they also know exactly where these players are on the high ground. Just waiting for everyone to get in position. mForce spots the rest of Justice. They get finished. It's a 4v3. It's FaZe Clan versus mForce. And it's mForce that have to move down. If FaZe Clan take this compound and don't let go, mForce could be at a disadvantage here. 8Z spotted by Duff. And we'll leave that angle well alone. He goes, hang on a second. You're hard peeking me from the roof with no one else who can third party you. Not a good idea, which is fair enough. Now moving on to phase 8. Is he getting on the roof himself now? Remember, this is on the low ground compound. mForce have to rotate out, and they actually are. They're going around the long way. Fex might be able to spot them. I don't know. Vorix is closest. I don't think they suspect anyone's up north. Fex could be the joker in the pack as far as mForce are concerned. They're not really giving any serious attention his way, if we're being honest. Vorix has heard this. And Fex does the double. We were talking about he was going to play spoiler. Now Fex just has to stay safe. The rest of the team can clean up from their FaZe Clan, ladies and gentlemen, with 13 kills. Manages to win game number 2. An absolutely delightful performance from them. But how about mForce? Some top finishes 2 games in a row. Really, really strong stuff. Congratulations to all.